The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah!
Go Cowboys!
This is Talkin' Cowboys. Streaming live from the Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star in Frisco.
C.D. Lamb, touchdown.
Parsons has sacked it. Prescott keeps it, and he bangs it in for the touchdown.
And now your hosts, Isaiah Stanback, Patrick Walker, Josh Rodriguez, and Kyle Yeomans.
It is a Say With Your Chest Friday here on Talking Cowboys, presented by Black Rifle Coffee Company, live from the Star in Frisco, Texas, and the SWBC studios. Welcome in, everybody. We've got Patrick No C. Walker, Josh Rodriguez, Isaiah Stanback, Chris Beam in the back. I'm Kyle Yeomans. So glad you are with us. And guys, we've got some pretty sweet swag.
We do.
This week.
Let's go.
This is shouts out to Cole, man.
Shouts out to Cole
Cole
Thompson.
World.
Or
Look,
Thomason,
oh my God.
right?
Isaiah
No
dropped
last
down and
names.
gave
We're on the radio.
Oh, my bad.
How many
Yeah.
push-ups
Cole
did you?
T.
How many
Cole
push-ups
T.
did you bang out before we went?
Oh, I just hit a quick 20.
Quick 20.
Yeah, it took me about 12 seconds.
Just bang it out real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just figured, Say With Your Chest Friday. Got to get pumped up, buddy.
It is.
Got to get them activated.
It's Freaky Friday, Say It With Your Chest.
Okay.
Freaky. Freaky
Friday.
Say It With
That's
Your
right.
Chest
Freaky,
Friday.
Freaky Say It With Your Chest Friday.
Interesting.
Because it is spooky season,
The best season.
so it's got to be a little freaky.
It's the last
That's best
Friday
season.
before Halloween.
Real
are you
freaky naughty.
Are you celebrating Halloween this weekend or the weekend
Celebrate?
afterwards? Because or like whatever, doing your,
Acknowledge.
yeah,
I
doing your
technically
dress up.
celebrated last night.
Okay.
Last night was costume night.
Nice.
Yeah.
What'd you dress up as?
Leatherface.
Oh,
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. A classic.
yeah.
And we're going to have a San Francisco Chainsaw Massacre, if you know what I mean.
Oh.
When we get to the
Okay.
big
I got out an invite. We're having a Halloween themed workout at my facility
Yeah?
tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. Anybody out there that wants to come work out, I know the owner, so you guys will be free on me. Steadfast Fitness and Performance, 9 o'clock boot camp tomorrow. If you want to work out, I got you covered,
Nice.
including Beamer. Come on through, Beamer.
Including Beamer.
When are you celebrating, Kyle?
Get them pets activated.
Well, I'm actually doing the trick or treat like on Halloween with the babies.
Nice.
So like we're gonna put them in the stroller and walk around the neighborhood and actually do the trick or treating.
What are their costumes? Are you ready to reveal them now?
I'm not gonna reveal without my wife telling me I can reveal.
That's a smart man.
So I'm
Smart man.
gonna keep it close to the chest for now. It's great though.
Your wife is
it's
very particular
hilarious.
with the social media
Yeah,
posts.
she's very particular with it.
She's
so.
a full-blown mommy influencer.
She's trying to be.
Yeah.
she's trying.
I like that.
It works out, but yeah, no, I'm gonna keep that one tight for now.
We
Oh.
need the pictures
I'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it off air.
What about you, Patrick? When are you celebrating?
year round. 'Cause
Oh,
spooky
that's true.
season is.
That's because he
is-
loves candy corn.
Oh my God.
Oh, candy corn.
We doing this on
No,
the heels
we
of the
don't need to
coffee?
do
We
that.
don't
Candy
do that.
corn's
trash. Candy corn is not trash.
Go eat a candle.
making
Same
grandma's
thing.
candy.
I saw like one of those New Yorker, cartoons?
Yeah.
About candy corn. It's like a candy corn looking in the mirror. He's like, I like myself.
And that's all that matters.
I like
That's
me.
all that matters because I hate you. But no, I love spooky season, man. So as far as trick or treating, obviously that's on the day of Halloween.
Yeah.
But man, when it comes to like horror and just the whole aura of it, man, I am year round spooky season.
Yeah.
I don't wait for October.
You'll wear the Friday the 13th shirts and the
And the
Freddy
Jason-
Krueger shirt?
Yeah, the
absolutely.
different graphic shirts that
Absolutely.
you'll
Absolutely.
all year round. So
I
I
just
do.
ran-
Even though
randomly walk
Friday
out.
the 13th is a mid-franchise. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
You said, huh?
Mid-franchise.
Oh,
Interesting.
okay. So you sound like a Mike Myers.
Says
guy.
the movie guy.
You sound
says
like
the
a
movie
Michael
guy.
Myers guy. Are you a Michael Myers guy?
Halloween is the superior franchise
Based on.
based on the first Halloween compared to the first Friday the 13th.
I'm sorry you don't know any better. You
walk into
you're
a bear
What
too
about
old to
Nightmare
not
on
know
Elm
any better.
Street?
I just got to keep up the rivalry.
You're not. You come on now.
Friday
the
13th.
rivalry is Jason versus Freddy. Mike ain't even. Come on. Pinhead has Mike beat. Right?
Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah,
Hellraiser.
I like this though. It's a little debate.
What movie
Again.
talk?
News and notes.
Again. All season long. I mean, all year long. I am horror season. I am spooky season.
News and notes.
News and notes. All right. So we're going to start with the fact that the Cowboys, speaking of spooky season, Deron Bland it continues to not practice. So we're still trapped in that.
You said that like it was going to be something exciting.
No. We're still trapped in that nightmare on Elm Street. Deron Bland has not practiced, nor has Micah Parsons.
Nightmare on Cowboys Way.
Nightmare on Cowboys Way. Nor has Micah Parsons. Both were DNP on Thursday as well.
Both are all pros, correct?
Yeah. Both first team.
Okay.
First team, not just second team.
Yeah, not Pro Bowlers, all pros.
All pros.
Yeah.
First team, all pros. Neither is at the moment trending in the direction of playing. They remain in game time decision, but again, they're not trending in the right direction. Let's see what Friday's participation looks like. Here's the good news, though. Eric Kendricks continues to trend toward taking the field against the San Francisco 49ers. And if he can take the field, he will be a huge determinant in the outcome of that game. He was limited yesterday, limited on Wednesday, but he's moving well. He looks in good spirits in the locker room, so fingers crossed that he remains on that arc. John Stevens Jr., we know he did not participate. He's headed to injured reserve with a retorn ACL, not just a torn ACL, but he retore the one that was surgically repaired. So that is 2 tears for the same ACL within 13, 14 months span. So prayers and positive energy to that young man because he has another long road ahead of him. And as Isaiah and anyone who suffered a torn ACL can tell you, they don't get stronger after the tear. And if you tear it more than once, it gets that much more arduous to try to get back to the field. So keep your head up, John Stevens. Keep pushing, and hopefully we'll see you in 2025.
Y'all send him some words of encouragement.
Yeah.
I can tell you
that
guys
is a
from
good
somebody.
dude, man.
He's a good dude, and I can tell you guys as a young player that's trying to get himself into this league and get established and to suffer back-to-back, like, serious injuries, not just regular injuries. These are devastating, potentially career-ending injuries, and he's trying to go tackle this thing for a second time in a row. You guys, please send him some encouraging words.
On the same knee and everything.
On the same knee. That is the mental battle that he's going to be having is going to be very tough.
Such a positive spirit as far as, like, if you've ever had a chance to talk to John Stevens, then you just know he's just a good dude, good spirit, good energy, and sometimes bad things do happen to good people, and this is one of those situations. So keeping with or going back to the linebackers core, so you could be getting Eric Kendricks back. Don't know if you'll have Nick Vigil in the field, though, because he was downgraded to did not participate with a foot injury, so he continues to deal with some things. Let's see what else we got. Kalen Carson, full again, trending in the right direction. See if he gets cleared with his range of motion. And most notably, out of everyone else that remains, is Brandon Aubrey continues with his jury duty to try to determine if the individual in Tarrant County, Fort Worth, is guilty of a felony charge or not. But Mike McCarthy said on yesterday that the plan is for, and the expectation is that Aubrey will travel with the team and take the field against the 49ers. He's been getting his kicks in here at the facility after court session closes each day, so he's still getting his work in. And then, of course, the 49ers are just as ravaged injury-wise as the Cowboys are. So 2 teams that are, I mean, it's the battle of the mass units. On Sunday Night Football is basically what it's going to be, which means not only do you need guys to step up in the absence of stars, but the stars that are present need to shine that much brighter than they have been shining.
Say it again.
The stars that are present need to shine that much brighter than they have been shining.
Deep in the heart.
Oh, that's a segue.
But who's
That is a segue.
Oh, that's a segue.
Who will it be?
Tell me,
will it be?
Tell me, who will it be?
That's a fire hat, by the way.
So
Even though go stars, but
When-
it's a fire hat.
when we're looking at top to bottom, the guys that you need to win this football game, take it all into account. The injuries, the lack of production, the desperation on both sides of this thing. Who's the number one guy that has to play better than he has been playing so far this year? The number one guy.
Guyton?
Okay. Interesting. Why do you say Tyler Guyton?
Because his offense needs to get going.
Yeah.
I think if you're looking at one unit that you have some form of confidence in getting going and getting back on the rails or getting on the rails to start, it's the offense. You have hope that the offense can figure this thing out because if you've seen what they've done in the past. But it starts up front. And I think that obviously with him being off the field in the last game, obviously he was dealing with some things, but potentially he could have went. I don't know. I don't really know what that situation was, but
Close, but no cigar.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have an injury designation this week, right?
No,
He's not even on the report. So that's
He's full. Yeah.
He's ready to go.
Yeah.
So he's ready to go right now, John Legend. Hopefully, he's been able to get some good, solid work these last few weeks, and I think he's fully capable. He just did not have a great. He had a good start against, obviously, against the best in the league, and then after that, I don't know what happened. But hopefully, he's been able to right those wrongs, watch the film, get some drills in, get some chemistry. And with Tyler Smith, so Tyler Smith can do what he does and just play left guard instead of having to flip-flop back and forth. That's not fair to him.
No.
Just because he's capable doesn't mean that he should. So I'm hoping that they can have that chemistry and he can produce better. And then collectively, that unit can produce better. And then you can get this running game going, you can get Dak going. And then you have at least 2/3 now of your system that is working the way that you want it to be. Right now, you have 1/3, which is special teams.
yeah.
I'm going Rain Dakota Prescott.
Stole
for
my
this
answer.
game. Oh, I'm sorry.
Y'all can both have that answer.
Yeah,
He's
we'll both
cheating-
have that.
he's cheating off
No,
me.
no. You can cook. You can cook, but let me just say this. I think Dak needs to have the game of all games. We've seen how he's played in Santa Clara. I think, at least for me and for himself too, I mean, he should want to go out there and no mistakes, have a freaking day, man. No mistakes, tight window throws, whatever he's got to do. If the receivers aren't going to help him, he needs to help his receivers and get the ball where it needs to go, tight window or not. At least for me, if he succeeds, if he has a monster of a day, that this is a W. No doubt about it. If he makes zero mistakes.
And my answer is also Dak Prescott. Dak has to be the one to shine the brightest in this game if the Cowboys are going to have the best chance of walking away with a 4th road win this season. And for several reasons. You asked me a couple days ago, how would I grade Dak's playing this season? And I said, well, before the Lions, I would have said it was good, which would have been just slightly above average. But based on how poorly he played against the Lions, I labeled it as average. Fast forward to yesterday, Dak Prescott, after in the locker room, he was asked how would he grade himself. Guess what he said? He said average. No, he said average.
Oh, average. Okay.
He said average. So either he listens to Talking Cowboys, or he's blatantly honest about himself, and I love it. So I'm going to go with Dak Prescott here, and here's evidence to what I'm saying. This is per Next Gen Stats. So after leading the NFL in both completion percentage, 66%, and completion percentage over expected, which was plus 9%, against man coverage in 2023, Dak now ranks 25th in completion percentage. It dropped from 66% to 51% against man coverage. Okay? Has to get better. Now, granted, the receivers, they got to get better at separating and running better routes and things like that. The timing between he and CeeDee Lamb has to improve. And it has to improve right now, yesterday, the day before, asexually, immediately. Okay? That being said, Dak Prescott also needs to be willing to do more when the opportunity presents itself. If the Red Sea opens and you see green to take it, use your legs, extend plays. That's what Brock Purdy does. That's what Brock Purdy's going to do against your defense. So do the same.
I thought people wanted him to sit in the pocket ever since he hurt his ankle.
And that wasn't me.
I don't know who wants that.
I don't know, but if you find a receipt of no C saying that,
I didn't say you.
I'll give you $100,000.
I hear you.
Don't sit in the pocket.
I'm gonna start looking right now.
I'm telling you, don't sit in the pocket. I've been wanting him. I've been calling for Mississippi State Dak Prescott for years now, and I get the mentality of why he pulled back on that after the devastating injury, right? But in 2022, 2023, we're now more and more time removed. If you see the opportunity to take off and run, just take off and run.
Yeah.
So that, especially for an offense that keeps getting behind the chains with penalties and whatnot, take yardage when you can take yardage and force deep defenders and defensive backs to cover for longer periods of time. That'll also help the separation if they have to account for your quarterback possibly running and they'll come off of their coverage. So I'm going to say Dak Prescott here.
I just want the O-line to play better.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
And I want a little bit of everybody.
We're
to
all
play
right.
better.
I mean, yeah, everybody's right.
And
Yeah.
CD
They
and
just-
Jake
But here's my
and
counter.
Zach.
Here's my counter to the Dak.
Dalvin Cook.
Win.
Yeah,
Maybe this week.
never know. You just never know.
That'll be my bold prediction. I bet you
I'm
he's
hearing
elevated.
things.
Are you?
I'm hearing things. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
Nothing happens offensively without the offensive line playing well.
Facts.
Absolutely nothing.
Facts.
Dak can't Dak without the offensive line. The cook can't cook without the offensive line. So even if Dak is not on his game,
which he hasn't been against San Francisco in the past.
He's been terrible against San Francisco in the past. Not even just he's been terrible.
You got to
Here,
say,
I'll give you
say
the-
like Barkley. You got to say in Barkley voice.
Terrible.
He's been terrible.
So his first 2 games against San Francisco, 2016, 2017, that was a different San Francisco squad. That was not Kyle Shanahan quite yet. He completed 66% of his passes, on average about 240 yards. He had 5 touchdowns combined with 0 interceptions. Since then against San Francisco, and this includes the playoff game, let's do 53% passing, 254 yards, a touchdown and an interception, 23 of 37 passing, 62% completion, 206 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. And then last year was when it really kind of came to a sad head for Dak Prescott. 14 of 24. That's 58% of his passes, 153 yards through the air, 1 touchdown, and 3 interceptions. He can't have that type of game.
3
this time
touchdowns, 6 interceptions since 21.
Against San Francisco?
Against San Francisco.
Yeah. Including the 2 playoff games and the regular season
including
game.
that. 57%
last
completion
year.
rate, 13 points per game, 60%, 60 on the passer rating.
You know, this a lot of it also goes back to what's happening in the red zone or what's not happening in the red zone. Turnovers are happening in the red zone. Touchdowns are not happening in the red zone. And it'd be a different story if some of those accountabilities for red zone failings did not fall on Dak Prescott. But, you know, whether it be a miscommunication with CeeDee Lamb, that's a dual accountability, right? It didn't work out, so that was an interception, so that's on him and it's on you. But when you also look at things like what's in front of me, he's completed less than 40% of his pass attempts in the red zone this season. That's the 4th lowest in the NFL. Okay? Several things attribute to that. Blocking up front, which then leads to lack of a run game, which then leads to opposing defenses aren't afraid of your run game, so they keep more men in coverage, and it makes it more difficult. That being said, he's played at an elite level. He is an all-pro quarterback. He was runner-up for MVP last season. Yeah. Some of the throws that he's making, they can't happen, right? So there are throws that he wants back, and in this type of game against this type of opponent and this type of head coach who more or less owns this team to this point over the past 3 games, you just can't make those mistakes is what we're saying.
100%. Offensive line notwithstanding, I think even you're going up against a 49ers defensive line, which is actually really good. We've addressed this. We talked about it last week or earlier this week. To me, even with the offensive line playing well, when they are not playing well, a snap that they lose, he's got to be able to make the right read and get the ball out quickly. He cannot take those sacks that he's been taking all year.
And the pressure could very well come,
as a matter of fact,
because they, like we said, they do well at pressuring without blitzing. They pressure well with front 4, okay? Yeah. And your blocking has been up and down this season. And against the Lions, it was down.
Very much so.
If you have a down game against the San Francisco 49ers, then guess who it puts the onus on to shine that much brighter? The quarterback.
Yeah, some of this, so all this is correct. Some of this, again, I'm going to keep going back to Coach McCarthy. Not only because I like him, but I think that he's capable. But I want him to get in his bag once again, because if you look at what Shanahan does for the 49ers, Brock Purdy always has multiple options at the first and second level.
Yeah.
Multiple. Not just one guy, right? Not just one guy at level 1, one guy level 2, one guy level 3, right? The little tiered system. He usually has one guy at 1, 2 guys at 2. Right, or 2 guys at 1, 1 guy at 2, and another guy on a deep portion of the field. Right now, obviously, these guys might be adjacent from each other depending on what side of the field they're on. But usually, to the primary play side, if you guys go back and watch film, there's multiple options that multiple guys work in the same zone, work in the same area, right, the same window. So if you're a defender, right, and then you're responsible for this flat, you're outside linebacker, I'm running a guy right in front of your face, right, and then I'm going to run a guy right behind you. So no matter what decision you make,
it's the wrong decision.
It's the wrong decision. And he does a really good job of giving Purdy those options and then getting the ball in his playmaker's hands and then letting those guys go make plays. Purdy's not being forced to make tough throws, right?
And when he does, they're pretty not great.
They're not great. And he is doing a great job of getting out the pocket.
Yeah.
He's doing an amazing job of that,
which he hasn't necessarily done
in the past.
previously.
Yeah, but this year this year you can classify him as a running quarterback.
Well, it's part of an element of what he needs to be successful without his weapons to extend plays. His offensive line
line's not playing great.
They're great in the run game.
Yes, they're dominant.
They're
in the run
doing
game.
a great job blocking for Jordan Mason. But when you go back and you look at it, he has had some troubles in the passing.
When I brought up
pass
Dak,
blocking.
when I brought up Dak and Brock's similar stats yesterday, the one thing that Brock Purdy is absolutely annihilating Dak Prescott is in his rushing attack. And this is what we've talked about before. Dak, his inability, or not his inability, he doesn't want to run anymore. You know, he just
Facts.
He just doesn't take that
He's
that
much
opportunity.
more judicious in when he does it.
Yes.
And the thing is there are times where he's too judicious and where it's just like, you should have taken that and run. Like, okay, this developed, but sometimes just take the 5 yards, just take the 6, just take the 7. You know, we don't expect that you're going to make a guy miss. But if if the protection has broken down on the right side and you have the ability to roll out on the left side and turn what might be what was a 2nd and 7 to a 3rd and 2, now the playbook is more open on 3rd and 2.
Do you think there's any pause there because he doesn't want it to become a quick trigger in terms of using the legs because of how bad the offensive line has been in front of him? Because if he does it once,
thank you, right here.
Take what you can get. I get it. I'm right there with you. But I'm also not a pro quarterback who has to deal with snap after snap after snap after snap after snap of my offensive line not blocking well for me. So if I do it
Not
once,
as your primary job.
maybe my side gig.
So answer it this way, Kai. So I mean, to your point, right? I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
Being a former running, quote unquote, running quarterback,
Then it becomes a thing.
It becomes a thing, right? So you're fighting that stigma, all that jazz, right? There's a whole lot of mental battles that you go through. But if I have 10 pressures in a game, right?
Sure.
That's 10 pressures. How many times do you want me to scramble? Because on every single one of those pressures, I can run.
Not every single one.
Oh,
yeah.
Almost every single one you can run.
No, I was answering your question.
I know.
You
I'm
said,
saying,
how
so-
many
so
do I
out of
want
those
you?
10
I need to see what play we're talking about because each play is different.
Absolutely.
Each
Now,
pressure.
yeah, you can't say it in the vain.
So sit on the
Pressures
fence and
don't
say
carry
5.
the same way.
That's what I'm saying.
So
In
I'm
a
saying, like,
vacuum,
you know what I'm saying?
say
So-
take off 10 times, but that's not true.
Every situation is different, but I'm just what I'm presenting to you is that when those pressures present themselves, there's going to be every game is going to have QB pressures, right? But if in the matter of there's being 10, you're talking 2, 3, right? So if you're third down situations, maybe but like you really don't want Dak running. That's the reality. You don't want Dak running. You rather have your offensive line that you have
Ideally.
three first-round picks on your offensive line. You rather him be able to sit back there in a nice little snuggie and be able to throw the ball comfortably.
Ideally, unless it's a design to run. Ideally, yeah.
But when the offensive line is playing how it is now, you have to
Correct.
take the opportunities that are presented in front of you.
But that would be time after time after time after time after time. That's what Isaiah is talking about. He's saying if there's 15 pressures in a game, Dak would have to run 12 or 13 times. I don't know if I want my $60 million
That's what I'm saying.
quarterback,
Everybody
$60
says
million
that.
quarterback running 12 or
Correct.
15 times a game. That's where I'm at.
and sliding isn't a sure way of not getting hurt.
But you can't always slide though. There's a lot of times.
Well,
you
that's what I'm
can't.
saying. I'm saying like it's
I honestly
even
think-
sliding doesn't mean you're not
Correct.
getting hurt.
Okay, so
I
yeah,
honestly
yeah.
think from the quarterback position now, if you are a running quarterback, a quarterback who possesses the ability to really run, right? I'm not talking about like I don't even know who's not a non-running quarterback. In this
Isaiah
league anymore.
Stanback.
Yeah, Isaiah's going to run past everybody, but my level of confidence.
Aaron
when I was
Rodgers
running-
doesn't run anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Right, Aaron Rodgers. Okay, they're gonna back off and give him space to slide. Right, but if you're a Dak, if you are a Purdy, I believe, right, this is not no analytics behind this. I just honestly believe that wholeheartedly there's a greater chance of you getting injured trying to slide than it would be if you just went ahead and put
I've heard that. I know
put
what
a
you're
bad joke. Get out of bounds, right? Or duck your shoulder, right? Deliver the blow.
Yeah.
Because now if I slide, my foot could get caught in the ground. I can snap my ankle. I can knees. I can get my whole head taken off because somebody doesn't pull off, right? Like there's just the greater for me. And again, that's just as a player. I didn't like sliding because I'm like, now I have no way to defend myself. Sliding is supposed to be the greatest defense for yourself, but as soon as I slide, I take away my ability to now defend myself and protect myself.
You
And
put
that
it in the hands of other people.
I put it in the hand of other people to just say, hey, I hope that you're driving on the right side of the street, Kyle. You know what I'm saying? I hope that you're going to do the right thing, but if you don't, I'm just Done.
Your free game.
Yes.
And that doesn't mean that a backup corner isn't going to take that chance and maybe knock you out of the game.
So here's,
potentially
They'll take 15 yards.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm saying. I don't want my quarterback. I don't care who the quarterback is. I don't care if he's on a rookie deal or if he's a $260 million guy, $240 million guy. I don't want him running 15 times a game. That's not what I'm saying. But the counterpoint is, like Josh and I are saying, if your protection is not holding up well, then I need +2. Give me a +2 per game on when. And now time it up.
Yeah.
Because down and distance, situational football, what's the score? How important is it to get this chain moving? All of that needs to come into play. But just give me like a +2. Example being, question to you. He has only 3 first down runs through 6 games. Do you think that there were only 3 opportunities to run for first down? Throughout 6 games? Probably not. So, follow-up question: do you?
I can think of 2 instances myself where he had a shot at it.
Right, and in those situations,
he didn't take it.
In those situations, when you are showing that you can extend drives, but you can't get it into the end zone, every chain-moving situation matters. So, I don't want Dak Prescott running 10, 12, 15 times. That's not what I want. But the fact that you only average 1.5 runs per game through the first 6 games. Turn that 1.5 to 3, and I guarantee you're in a better situation to score more often, right? Yeah. Especially when you're up against an offensive line that also has been committing penalties that push drives back. So when you can get yards, because those yards might end up being washed out by a penalty down the field anyway, as opposed to you don't get that yardage and then the penalty happens and now it's a negative situation, all encompassing. That's all I'm asking. 3 runs, and I'm good. All right.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
We've got to take our first break.
But protect them better, and you won't have to have this conversation.
Time is of the essence. When we come back, why are we wearing these T-shirts? We're going to talk about one of our best
they're fired.
Friends now, as we got to meet them the other day, and they are fired. Then we'll show them off a little bit, too. When we come back with more Talking Cowboys right after this.
If you're looking for fresh American roasted coffee that gives back, you need to head to your local grocery store and pick up a bag of Black Rifle coffee. That's right, America's coffee is now available in the coffee aisle of a grocery store near you. Black Rifle Coffee Company is veteran-founded with a mission to give back to those brave men and women who have served our nation. Every bag, box, or can you purchase helps support that mission. Head to your local grocery store and roast yourself some Black Rifle coffee today.
Todd thought it would be secure to jog in the cheetah savanna. Todd believed the big cat repellent he bought online was reliable. And now, Todd is trying to be faster than this cheetah that can run 80 miles per hour. But the good news is, Todd has AT&T 5G that is fast, reliable, and secure. And he learned the best thing to do is stop running and toss her the backpack with the beef stew. AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure.
5G requires compatible plan and device. 5G may not be available in your area. See att.com/5G for you for details.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
If you shout, "How about them Cowboys?" you have that undeniable passion that's the heart of Cowboys Nation. And if you like to drink Dr. Pepper, you love the unique blend of its 23 flavors. Together, your one-of-a-kind fandom paired with the one-of-a-kind taste of a delicious ice-cold Dr. Pepper is the game day lineup that can't be beat. Better yet, gather your Cowboys and Dr. Pepper fan friends to watch the next game and crack open a delicious ice-cold Dr. Pepper for everyone. The wins will be even tastier. It's a pepper thing.
Back to Talking Cowboys.
Back here on Talking Cowboys, presented by Black Rifle Coffee Company, live from the Star in Frisco, Texas. This segment is brought to you by Quaker Oats, the official oatmeal sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Quaker Oats, trusted since 1877. Scan the Quaker code right now.
Long time.
We've got a Pick'em segment coming up very, very soon.
What? So disappointed, Josh.
What?
Scan the Quake R code for.
Oh, it's on the internet.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you. Jeez.
We got to get into
Buy your
here.
maple sugar on the internet.
Please do, actually.
Yeah. You got to snap out of buy.
There's like a cinnamon apple, I think, one.
Josh
I
is
don't know. I
buy
gotta
Make
look.
Most snap. Because you're supposed to be ready.
Oh, yeah.
Get one chance a day.
You know,
You know,
Five
I'm
chances
judging.
in a
I'm
week.
judging.
you
the,
have to block better for Isaiah.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to scramble. I don't want to scramble.
10 times.
This man's not
10
sliding.
whole times. Oh, I just
Leave with your shoulder,
messed
buddy.
up my chair. All right. So, as you can see, we've got these cool T-shirts on.
They are cool. Even the sleeves are cool. Boom.
Yeah, we got Talking Cowboys on the sleeves. Got Talking right here.
Let's go.
These are from our guy Cole T. Cole,
show the back.
he's an avid fan. He actually even wrote us a note. Yeah, I was going to actually turn us all around and take a picture
show the back.
here in a second. Here we go.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, make sure it shows it off. So we've got our jersey numbers and
sorry.
everything.
I was blocking somebody, or somebody was blocking.
No.
No.
Beamer said
Yes.
he
Yeah, I think we're all right. Beamer's got his on the back as well, right?
Yeah.
No.
Beamer, you got yours
Beamer
on?
has the pasties that he brought.
Yeah, about pasties today.
Oh man, he's just shirtless in the back.
Yeah.
We have
That's
fun back there,
unfortunate.
you know?
Beamer's back there with his Black Rifle coffee with his shirt off and some pasties.
It's the visual
typing
I
on
don't
7
want.
computers.
Oh no.
going full helicopter.
Speaking of, give Chris Beam a call right now as he's sitting in there. 888-855-2297 if you want to be a part of our Pick'em segment. 888-855-2297. But
If you've called before, please don't call.
yeah, if
we
you've
need
already,
new callers,
if you've
okay?
already been there, don't.
If you've
call.
been there, don't do that.
We love you, Mike, in New York. We really do, but don't call, please.
Need some new people.
All right. Just today, we need new callers. That's all it is. We're trying to represent. We love you, Mike, in New York. We really do. We know you're
It's for
listening.
the fans.
We're trying
Plural,
to get everybody
not
involved
fan.
here. Everybody's trying to get involved. All right. Here we go. This is from Cole T. Speaking of loving the fans, we love Cole T. He came by, stopped, and hand-delivered these T-shirts to us the other day.
In our hands, son.
And we got the chance to take a picture of him. I'll tweet it out here momentarily. But he wrote us a note as well. Dear Talking Cowboys crew, first let me start by saying thank you for everything that you do for each one of these Cowboys fans. I'm still technically a new Cowboys fan. Ooh, a little spicy.
Like that.
Starting as a Saints fan. Ooh. Growing up in Arkansas and moving to
evolved.
Texas in 2008. Absolutely. We got a happy ending to this story. And becoming a passive Cowboys fan to becoming a diehard fan the year before we drafted Dak Prescott. With that being said, the insight and everyone with the media team and the podcast give the fact that everybody, you and everyone with the media team in the podcast give to the fans is indescribable. I become an insufferable football nerd and draft junkie specifically because of Talking Cowboys and the draft show. So, but more than that, you have made me a fan of each one of you. Not only that, but because I've come to find out that y'all are fans of the same things I love, like wrestling, movies, anime, and of course football. Yes. Of course football. I've never watched a Good Morning Football consistently until Isaiah Stanback started making appearances because I respect his insight and observation. There's at least one guy who respects those things from Isaiah. Obviously, finally. Obviously, I started following and knew wrestling because I'm a wrestling nerd and because Josh and No C are the hosts. Same with Josh's other podcast, There Are Too Many Movies, which I honestly don't know much about, but I ran across it on TikTok and I loved it anyways.
Pretty
I
popular
love
on
it.
TikTok.
There you go. And while I'm a diehard SEC fan, and he puts in parentheses, he says, Woo Pig Suey all day, baby. Of course, he's a fan of Arkansas growing up there.
Nick Eatman will love that.
Yeah. I genuinely garner so much knowledge and attention from listening and watching the All-American podcast on YouTube. That's what we do with the American Athletic Conference. There's a lot of things that I can say about our listenership. Mm-hmm. This is the thing that's coolest to me, is the fact that he was a Saints fan, transitioned into the Cowboys fan, and we give an avenue just because we're talking idiots is really what it is.
Yeah.
We're just
New podcast title.
Yeah, talking idiots. And I mean, it's not for everybody. If you are listening, we appreciate you so much. But these are the types of things that I think are so cool because then you get to know us as people. And we try our best to come in here day in and day out and give our true personalities, our true insight, our true opinions. And I think it does radiate from time to time. Not every time, but from time to time to those that listen. And this is just another great opportunity.
Thank you, sir.
To do so. So, Cole, we really appreciate you. To finish things off, he says, prayers and well wishes to you and yours, Cole T.
Thank you, Cole T.
Appreciate you, Cole World.
He's the man.
From turning
Cole
a
T.
parasocial relationship into a friendship.
Yes.
Listen, man,
love
I
it.
think Cole T and I, we are kindred spirits because he served.
Yes,
but
he did.
He also said that he was based at Hunter Army Airfield, which is in Savannah, Georgia, which is home base for me. So he was stationed for several years in the city that I was born and raised in. So
thank you for your service.
Between that and Cowboys and anime and wrestling, Cold T,
Movies,
did we just become best friends?
I believe we did.
I believe we did.
And I guarantee you, Cole is not the only one in our viewership that feels this way. And we
Let us know.
No, here's one. Shouts out to Jay Crowder.
Okay.
Jay Crowder just sent me this tweet.
The basketball player?
No, not Jameson. Jay. So he's actually listening to Talking Cowboys
on the combine?
On the combine while he is working.
Dude, that's awesome.
On his farm.
I need you to come to my land and do that.
So you hear that, Jay?
You have that much
subtle
land?
flex.
So
My
Jay
land.
is a full-time farmer, and he has Talking Cowboys playing as we speak on his combine while he supports
awesome.
the agriculture of America.
You know what?
So Jay Crowder,
Well,
Talking
call.
Cowboys fans, baby.
Give us a call, Jay. 888-855-2297. The thing I want Talking Cowboys fans to do, and we've asked for a couple things, I just want to see it. For that specific reason, because of how cool it is, send us where you're listening from.
Yeah.
Whether
Yes.
whether it's your house or your combine or
your
you're in the
cubicle.
streets. Or,
Not the toilet.
Please don't send us
Not
if you're,
the toilet.
Please don't send us that one. I
Leave that
guarantee
one
you.
out.
Yep. let's not do that one.
No judgment.
If you're on the toilet, just send us the. Nope, don't send us nothing. Just don't. Just don't.
There's at least
Just wait till
30.
you're done.
There's at least 30 people that just put their phone back down.
We're gonna get baby wipes.
I've got some if you need
At
some.
least you know they're clean.
Yeah.
They're going the right way. But our listeners and our viewers are just the absolute best.
They're awesome. But yeah, we wanted to give a little fan appreciation to Cole and then everybody else that listens here on this Say It With Your Chest Friday, because we do. We really love you guys and we appreciate every single one of you.
Jay,
All right.
call in and do Cole or Jay. Call in and do this pick 'em with us.
Yeah, 888-855-2297. Get on the line. Chris Bean's about to answer your call. When we come back, it's time to do some pick'ems. Woo! I think we've got some potential dogs, too. Great week. Great week for dogs inside the NFL with more Talking Cowboys right after this.
Todd thought it would be secure to jog in the cheetah savanna. Todd believed the big cat repellent he bought online was reliable. And now, Todd is trying to be faster than this cheetah that can run 80 miles per hour. But the good news is, Todd has AT&T 5G that is fast, reliable, and secure. And he learned the best thing to do is stop running and toss her the backpack with the beef stew. AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure.
5G requires compatible plan and device. 5G may not be available in your area. See att.com/5G for you for details.
They say champions are remembered, but legends are never forgotten. United Ag and Turf offers a winning lineup of John Deere equipment built to tackle any challenge on and off the field. Legendary John Deere tractors, combines, residential mowers, commercial mowers, compact construction equipment, Gator utility vehicles, and a full line of golf and sports turf equipment. United Ag and Turf, the official Ag and Turf equipment supplier of the Dallas Cowboys. Visit UnitedAgAndTurf.com to find a location near you.
Hey y'all, Matt Pittman of Meat Church here. With football season kicking off, I'm already gearing up to bring the smoker back to AT&T Stadium for some epic tailgates. But with that Texas heat, it's crucial to keep my beer hand cramping cold. That's where Yeti's insulated Colster can cooler comes in clutch. This year, you can even get them with the iconic star engraved on the side. Licensed Yeti Cowboys gear is now available at Stadium Pro Shops, concessions, and on Yeti.com. Check it out today. Yeti, official cooler and drinkware of the Dallas Cowboys.
And we're going to overtime.
Erica, how much have I spent on concessions?
For questions about their money, Dallas Cowboys fans can turn to Erica, the virtual financial assistant in the Bank of America mobile banking app. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/Erica by your side. Bank of America, official bank of the Dallas Cowboys. Erica responses may vary. Digital tools featured require downloading the mobile banking app and may only be available on select mobile devices. Erica is a mobile feature only available in the English language. Your chat may be recorded and monitored for quality assurance. Message and data rates and additional terms may apply. Bank of America, N.A., member FDIC.
Back to Talking Cowboys.
Back here on Talking Cowboys, presented by Black Rifle Coffee Company. This segment is brought to you by Invisalign, the official smile of the Dallas Cowboys. Welcome back in. Patrick No-C Walker, Josh Rodriguez, Isaiah Standback, Chris Beam in the back. Want to shout out one more fan of ours, Nebby, who calls in ever so often. And, of course, he's one of our favorites. He called in. He was the first one to get on the phone line, but he's been our fan pick-em already this year. So we said, you know what, Nebby, let's try and give somebody else a chance. But he did give his Cowboys Cowboys prediction. He said Cowboys 27, 49ers 24.
Happy birthday, Nebby.
Happy birthday, Nebby. Also, yeah, his birthday week. Forgot about
Absolutely.
that side of it. All right, here we go. Our Pick'em segment this week, and it starts off with our very own Chris Beam giving us a little standings update.
Thanks, Kyle. Let's go to the standings. Our boy Patrick is still in the lead with 29 wins, 12 losses. Someone's still trying to call, by the way.
Good.
Josh is in second place, 28-10. 28 and 10, excuse me. Kyle, you're in
Less losses
third,
than you.
27 and 12.
I have more wins than you.
Standback is tied with the fans at 26 and 12 for dead last.
Dead last.
He's
Three
still
games
picking
back.
puppies.
3 games
Everybody's
back, baby.
pretty tight here.
Yes,
Three
but
games
I
back.
do need to give a shout out
Okay.
to my guy Josh. Because last time we did pick'ems, we didn't pick them last week because we did the mix-up. Last time we did pick'ems last week, Josh was 6-0.
Josh Stradamus
Hey.
is back. Josh Stradamus is back?
That's
Yes, he
how
is.
you were
That's,
able
that's
to
why he
get
didn't wear a hat today.
That's why.
That's why he didn't wear a hat
He
today.
is glowing.
I'm Mega Mind
Yes.
in that way.
I'm thinking like a crystal ball. You like just rub
All
the
right,
crystal ball. Sorry, dude.
And back to you, Kyle.
No dogs last week, Chris? We didn't.
We all picked puppies last week. No dogs last week.
Well, here's the good thing.
No dogs.
Here's a good thing. We've got a ton of potential dogs today. Chris, remind me one more time. Who is our caller representing
It is
the fans?
Andrew in Colorado Springs.
Andrew! What's going on, Andrew? How are you today?
Good morning, gentlemen. I'm great. How are you?
We are doing awesome. You ready to pick some winners or losers?
Absolutely. All winners.
All winners. I like the confidence already. All right, here's our pick'ems for Week 8, starting off with our potential dogs. Again, these count for 2 wins, no losses if you get it wrong. The 2 wins, and the reason how you qualify to be a dog is you have to be at least a touchdown dog. No matter if it's home game or a road game, you got to be favored or underdogs by at least 6 points in terms of the most recent spread. Starting with the Patriots versus the Jets. At home against the Jets. Titans on the road against the Detroit Lions. The Browns taking on the Ravens at home. The Saints at the Chargers. That's an interesting one. Panthers at the Broncos. Raiders at the Chiefs. And the Giants versus the Steelers. A couple juicy ones in here. A couple opportunities.
It's juicy.
Patrick leads the way, so we'll let Patrick start it off. Who's your dog this week?
You know, I'm stuck between the Saints and the Giants because I saw the Giants going to Seattle and do a thing.
They did.
They did. And
they're playing at home against the Steelers.
The Steelers went crazy, but it was against the Jets.
Russell Wilson starting for the
Saints,
Steelers.
Chargers. You know what? I think the Giants, again, Giants did it in Seattle, and the Steelers are not as good as Seattle. So I'm going Giants as my dog.
All right.
He's stealing my homework because I am also going with the Fighting Daniel Joneses.
What do you think, Isaiah?
Give me them Saints.
I almost went
Come
there.
marching in.
I thought you were going to keep
No,
going.
that's it. We don't have time for that.
Okay. I'm going to take the Saints as well as my dog. I'm going to ride with Isaiah here, my dog over here.
West Side.
All right. Andrew, what you got?
I'm going to change it up a little bit. Those AFC East games are always a little bit weird. I think Drake May is going to give the Jets some problems for sure.
I like it. I thought about
Give
that
me
one
the
too.
Pats.
I thought about that one a little bit too, but I'm sticking with the
I
Saints.
just want to see the Jets keep collapsing. It's great.
It is kind of fun. I like it.
I love it.
Yes.
I bet the Jets podcast is saying that about ours too. About
Yeah.
our team. That's probably the case.
But
All
they
right.
like the Jets, so
Yeah,
you
that's
know what I
fair.
mean? Who
Yeah.
wins there?
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
Exactly. All right. Speaking of fan bases that are dormant and don't really matter, the Eagles at the Bengals. Eagles at Bengals. Eagles have actually been playing some pretty good football and don't look now, but here come the Cincinnati Bengals. Josh, we'll let you start.
Give me the Cincinnati Bengals to defeat some fraudulent Philadelphia Eagles.
Fraudulent. Isaiah.
Are you feeling okay?
No.
Philadelphia.
Give me the Bengals to beat some fraudulent Eagles at home. Taking
you
it down.
feeling okay?
Andrew.
Joe Burrow's playing out of his mind right now. Eagles don't want none of that smoke. Give me the
Join.
Bengals, cook those frauds. I'm going
Yeah, let's
Cincinnati.
go. What's wrong with you?
You're such a loser, Isaiah. Goodness
those
gracious.
frauds.
What's your record, by the way, Isaiah?
By the way, Cincinnati
3
is
games
favored
back, but
in
I'm
that
gaining
game.
obviously now.
Not on that one.
I'm going to gain a game there.
We'll
By the way, Cincinnati is favored in that game. By the way,
that's fine.
Just letting y'all know.
Yeah.
Who's he picking?
He picked the Bengals. Everybody picked the Bengals.
I get a game.
Falcons at Buccaneers. This was a classic not that long ago.
Yeah.
That went into overtime. Was a really wild game. They rematch again inside that division. Patrick.
I think these two teams split. And since the Falcons took the first one, I think the Bucs take this one. I'm going Tampa Bay.
You're going against your state?
Wow. I got love for the Falcons. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
You tried that. You tried that.
Big Georgia fan. Big
Georgia's in
Braves
Athens.
fan.
All right.
University of Georgia.
Braves.
Who you got,
Yeah,
Kyle?
Braves. That's one. That's one Atlanta team.
Yeah, give me the Buccaneers at home.
I'm going Bucks.
Actually, wait. I'm going to switch my.
Oh, you said it already.
No. The
Beamer?
episode is not over
Beamer?
yet. I'm taking the Falcons because remember, Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are both out.
Have you never played spades? Once you put the card down, it
Wow.
sticks.
Beamer?
I'm not playing spades.
Beamer?
We're playing pick'ems.
We need your ruling on this, Beamer.
That's fair.
He can pick anything he wants.
Thanks, Chris.
If he wants Atlanta for the loss, that's fine.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It's going to be Atlanta for the win, though.
I'm going Baker Mayfield.
I'm going
I
Tampa
trust
Bay.
in Bake.
Okay.
Let him cook.
He's not baking any Dirty Birds this week, I can tell you that. Dirty Birds win.
All right.
Andrew, did we get your pick on this one?
Nah, but give me the Bucs. Todd Bowles' defense still going to be too much for Kirko over there.
Let's go. And they're in Tampa? Let's go.
Cardinals at Dolphins. Tua Tagovailoa is back. Andrew, what do you think?
I'm going to take Tyreek Hill's advice here and go Dolphins for sure.
Josh.
Nah, man. I'm feeling the Cards in this one. I think it's going to be an ugly game, but give me the Cards.
It is going to be an ugly game.
Yeah.
Because of that, I think the Dolphins get it done.
Ooh.
That defense is still, they can still play some defense over there. Give me Miami.
Tyreek goes for 200. Give me Miami.
200?
200?
200.
Oh, man.
That's crisp. You know, I want to go with the Cardinals because I picked them as a dog earlier this season, and they proved me right. But since they're in Miami and Tua's back, so the fans are going to be juiced because Tua's back, I'm going Miami.
Yeah. I like it. All right, Bills at Seahawks.
This is a juicy one.
This is a fun one.
Juicy
Seahawks
mouth
coming off
thing.
of a up and down season. They've won some games they probably shouldn't.
They just made a good trade, though.
They've lost some games that they probably shouldn't.
You know where I'm going.
Where are you going?
Seattle.
You go to go get you, Steve.
He's not, though.
He's not. He should. He should because Bills.
That's cool for you.
So you're taking Seahawks. You were taking
Bills.
You're taking
the Bills.
I'm taking the Bills on the road as well. Give me Andrew's pick.
This is a real catch-up week for you, huh?
Yes, it is.
Andrew?
No Hines.
Yep. Give me the Bills. They're going to miss DK Metcalf this weekend for sure.
This is either going to
we
be
have
a
other
week,
guys.
a great week for Isaiah or a bad week for Isaiah.
Remember,
Or
Amari Cooper
another
doesn't play
bad
good on the road.
I'm not worried about Amari.
Dun, dun, dun. Chicago Bears at the Washington Commanders. Two of the top picks in the NFL draft. Jaden Daniels is out, though.
That's what I was going to say.
Oh, man. I was so excited
you had
for
Marcus
this, but he is
Mariota.
out. But, yeah, Marcus Mariota was dealing.
Yeah, he's a dude.
He was once a top pick in the
That was
draft,
a good
too.
pickup for them for a backup.
Yeah, he was.
Good choice.
Yeah, he was.
Bene.
I'm going to take the Commanders. They keep things rolling. The Bears just aren't there yet. Even with Marcus Mariota at quarterback, I think Washington gets it done. Isaiah?
I like I like the Commanders. Obviously, I like DQ, but I think the Bears are starting to figure it out.
Patrick?
Bears are starting to figure it out, but I'm not going to. Okay, so you scored 71 combined points between Carolina and Jacksonville.
Yeah, it's
Washington ain't Carolina and Jacksonville, and you're in Washington. So I'm going Commanders.
Yeah.
Dan Quinn's going to give Caleb Williams some issues in this game. So let me go Commanders, please.
Some problems.
It's still going to be a good week for me.
Andrew?
Or
Bears are hitting their stride. Caleb Williams and that defense is top 3 in my opinion. So give me the Bears.
Yep.
The Bears.
Everybody
All
forgets
right.
about the defense.
Here's the one we've all been waiting for.
Dun, dun, dun.
For the first time since 2020, both of these teams are either at 500 or below 500. The Dallas Cowboys making their trip out to Santa Clara, California, Levi's Stadium, where the golden, is it maroon? It's not maroon, red.
Who cares?
Red and gold, whatever it is, in San Francisco.
Have you picked the Cowboys to win this over the last 3
I don't.
matchups?
Stop asking those questions. Why are you asking that question? The
you don't know history, you're bound to
Sunday
repeat it.
night football. Sunday night football matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers.
We'll be here late.
Andrew, yes, we will be. Andrew, we'll start with you.
Cowboys 27-24, game-winning field goal right out of jury duty.
Oh, straight from the courtroom.
Off the top rope. I see you, big dog, Andrew.
I love it, Andrew.
Brandon Aubrey guilty of killing the 49ers.
Appreciate you, Andrew, always for the call, especially from out there in Colorado. Keep doing the Cowboys work out there. We'll talk to you again soon.
Go Boys. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you.
There you go.
Thanks, Andrew.
Andrew, the man, picks the Cowboys 27-24. Same pick and same score as Nebby on his birthday week. Who wants to start?
I'll start it.
Okay.
For the first time in a long time, I'm going to pick the Cowboys to beat the San Francisco 49ers. The score is 17-14 in a defensive matchup because both offenses are not going to be cooking.
All right.
Okay. Even though both defenses are banged up?
Correct.
Okay.
All right. I'm going. All right. Let me get my bold prediction out of the way real quick.
Bold.
Brandon Aubrey will not need to cook this week. I think all of our points come from touchdowns.
That is a bold
and extra points.
That is
All
a
right.
bold prediction.
Cowboys are going to beat the San Francisco 49ers 28-19. Jake Moody will miss a field goal for San Francisco.
Oh,
If he's even active.
Yeah, if he's even active.
Yeah, whoever the kicker is.
They will miss a field goal.
In San Fran?
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, you know, the last time I used reverse psychology, it worked.
Uh-oh.
So I'm going to piss them off on purpose. Can the Cowboys win this game? Yep.
Not only.
Coming out of the bye week, should the Cowboys win this game? Yep.
Patrick.
But until you defeat the boogeyman is still the boogeyman. And Kyle Shanahan is every bit the freaking boogeyman here in Dallas. So I believe the Cowboys can do it, but go show me. San Francisco takes this one 23-20.
Shanahan stumps Zimmer?
Dun, dun, dun. Zimmer's 3-1 against Shanahan. So.
4-2.
4-2, sorry.
The last time I did this, they went to Pittsburgh and won. Do you see what I'm doing here?
Okay.
I think you're just saving the pick'ems.
The standing,
I think
the
that's what
pick'ems,
it's
the pick'ems don't care. The
I think
pick'ems don't
I
care.
think he's trying to make a statement. All right.
Yeah, I want to be pissed off.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Dallas is not as banged up as San Francisco. But San Francisco is not having the identity crisis that Dallas is. And at the end of the day, the players that are put in position to win football games are still in the middle of the scheme. So San Francisco may not have their players, but Dallas is still trying to figure out what scheme works best for them. And their players that are still banged up because they're both banged up. San Francisco's more banged up significantly. However, they're both banged up. Because of that, I think the scheme becomes the difference. And if you're telling me to pick the scheme,
I see what you did there.
It's San Francisco. They have it more together in terms of what their coaches do and what they have all the way through. So give me San Francisco to win it. I think it will be a sloppy game. Give me like 24-16 final.
16?
Yeah, 16. Like a safety or like a couple weird field goals and just
that's odd.
Maybe one touchdown and then 3 field goals, and that's where we're at.
So you're saying the verdict is still out on the Cowboys?
Absolutely.
I hate you.
That does it for us here on Talking Cowboys. Hope you had fun with us this week. Shout out again, Cole T, for the cool T-shirts.
Appreciate you, Cole T.
We'll rock them all year long. Appreciate you as always. For Isaiah Stanback, Josh Rodriguez, Patrick Nosey Walker, Chris Beam in the back, I'm Kyle Yeomans. We'll see you on Monday following Sunday Night Football. Cowboys, 49ers. Go Cowboys!
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!